Hey, this is Matt once again. We're about to the videos to the paid request. This time for Efree. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting any type of videos, PayPal is usually the best bet, or join my Patreon. Links are down below in the info box. As it's thundering like crazy out there. But this is for... He had 4 requests. This is the third of 4, and the last of the Spider-Man ones. The Curse of Rava. And, like I said before, I'm not a fan of this show. You know, it's weird at times I'm watching the show, I'm sitting there going, I don't know why, but I kept thinking of this like a very lame version of Kolchak the Night Stalker. Which I love Kolchak the Night Stalker. I love that show. And because you had a much better lead and you're talking with people, and maybe because, okay, he's a photographer while Kolchak's a reporter, and some supernatural shenanigans going on, at least in this, involving telekinesis. I'm like, you know what? You rework a few things. Maybe this could have made a pretty decent Kolchak episode. But just another lame Spider-Man. And again, I love the Spider-Man character. Nicholas Hammond, as Peter Parker, I do like his sincerity. I don't think he's a bad actor. I like his sincere, noble quality more so than even Tobey Maguire. But as Spider-Man, there's nothing there. And as Peter Parker, as a character, the way the character, there's really nothing to the character. Nothing in a home life. So, like, really nothing with Aunt May. There's no Uncle Ben. Nothing. So it makes the character come off as a bit bland. I mean, you don't even have the Bill Bixby, David Banner pathos like that show definitely showcased. So in this, a museum is opening. There's a display of an idol, which this cult says is a blasphemy against this idol, which is a god of death it represents. And this group wants the idol back to this area, but if it goes back to the area, then it could mean war, among other stuff. So there's a bunch of rioters at the museum, and Peter Parker sees this, Spider-Man gets there, and it's like, we get to see people throwing garbage at Spider-Man, and that kind of fits, since I think the show is garbage. I do think this show is garbage. I mean, as much as I don't like Tom Maguire and some of the other stuff in Spider-Man 1, I'd rather watch Spider-Man 1 than this. I definitely would rather watch Spider-Man 2 than this. The Amazing Spider-Man 2, Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse. It's not nearly as bad as Spider-Man 3. I'd probably still rather watch this than the first Amazing Spider-Man. Maybe, well, I don't know. Now I'm thinking about it. I don't know. I don't know about that now. I'd rather watch this in No Way Home, because that annoyed the piss out of me. But, I'm going off track. Sorry. What's weird, something that was weird about this, at times when you find out this guy, who almost looked like Raymond Burr from Godzilla 1985, but it's not him. When he's using the telekinesis, which you find out later what it is, because you think it's the curse, but you find out this is what it is. So it's like a male version of Terry. It sounds like V'ger from Star Trek the Motion Picture, but this came out before that, because this was 1978. I think when this episode, Star Trek the Motion Picture was 79. But if you like, bow, bow, I mean, it sounds I would hear in Star Trek the Motion Picture. They usually when V'ger showed up. Brown. I'm like, what the hell? Like, that sounds familiar. So I'm wondering, What, did someone see the show and said, give me that sound effect? I don't know. It was a bit weird, though. So Spider-Man stops the rioters, in which, okay, there's a bit where it's like he swings in, you see a bit of a POV of him swing. That was kind of cool, but he doesn't really do a whole lot. Just, well, you don't have Spider-Man beat the hell out of a bunch of random rioters. Well, I mean, I guess you could, but they don't do that. Maybe he does a teeny bit of it, but not a whole lot. Well, at least to know that J. Jonah Jameson is accused of attempted murder, and Peter Parker needs to try to prove his innocence. And there's even a point that they used the same swing shot from the pilot when he was swinging from one to the other. So, yeah, they're really trying to save on budget. There's the cop who was in the other episodes, at least in season one. He is unsure what's going on. The bad guy wants to stop him, so he has the guy's own car chase after him as Spider-Man shoots a web and lifts the guy up to save him. So, not really that exciting of a scene. Peter Parker looks into what's going on. He learns a bit about telekinesis and what it is. And maybe this is when I'm like, man, I just really want to watch a Kolchak the Night Stalker episode. Because this investigation and learning about something supernatural, you really see how Darren McGavin and the way that show was written, with the way Darren McGavin played the role, the way he would talk to these people, and they would have like really quirky or interesting conversations, better than average dialogue, and how the journey would be interesting until finally dealing with the supernatural culprit. That's really what made that show work. And sadly, it was only one season, but it's so much better than this. And this got 2 seasons, and that's a shame. The fact that Kolchak only got 1 season and this got 2 seasons kind of pisses me off. Although Kolchak still may have had more episodes. I think so. So maybe that was actually a good thing. I don't know. But yeah. So he confronts the bad guy, he screws up swinging, he crashed to a damn desk, because this Spider-Man sucks. There's a lot of wind blowing, so they got the wind fans going, until our bad guy, Maddox, I forget what his name was, he's moving the idol, and is going behind Spider-Man, and Spider-Man's like, he just moves, not even like a cool move, like a backflip, or he gets and goes up. No. It's just, oh, and he just climbs on a desk right next to him. So not even like a cool, again, maneuver. And the guy, apparently, he doesn't know how to stop his own telekinesis. For some reason. It keeps going and it traps him there at the wall. So Spider-Man didn't really do anything. He just, this guy was so stupid. He's like, okay, I'll move out of the way, and this guy trapped himself. Look at this guy. Look what he did. He trapped himself. Wow, what a dumbass. Like, yeah, dumbass. I'm like, well, there you go. I don't know what else to say, but there you go. Shit. This from me, I'm kind of watching it going, okay. You know, it wasn't really that exciting. I wasn't really into the plot. The bad guy wasn't really that memorable. Action scenes very lacking. The budget's already showing that they couldn't do nearly as much, which they didn't do much to begin with. So yeah, Garbage didn't throw in the Spidey, like I said, made sense. This is a garbage show. This show sucks. This show sucks. But that's just me. It's shit. So we'll see you guys later. Not much more for me to say. That's all that happens in the show. In the episode. Spider-Man not showing any wit, any humor. He can't fight. He barely fights anything. The ending is just getting blown by wind and moving 2 inches to the left. Wow, that was exciting. Just go watch Kolchak. Kolchak would have made this a lot better. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.